أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل على سيدنا حبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي رب زدني علما رب زدني علما رب زدني علما. Right. So what we're going to do today, we're going to do the last lesson for noun and letter family today. Yes. Today is the last lesson because we'll be finishing noun today, inshallah wa ta'ala, and letter family as well. From next week, we will be starting failun verb, inshallah wa ta'ala. So you're going to meet with demonstrative pronouns today, inshallah wa ta'ala. Demonstrative pronouns are considered pointing nouns, and this is a name which gives away what it is actually. The nouns which we use to point at the things when the thing is close by or it is far, and have all the four characteristics that are gender, number, definiteness, and grammar rules, Arab. Okay, so it has all those four capacities, four aspects of noun which we've been discussing in last 6 lessons. Said because it is a noun, it will have a gender. Because it is a noun, it will be either proper noun or a common noun. It will have era, whether it's going to be rafa, nasab, or jar, and it's going to be masculine or feminine. All right. So grammarians have divided this into two types of near al-qarib and far al-ba'id. Okay. So there are two types. Okay. So now the point I really want you to know is, I want you to write this down. They come under proper nouns. This is the second type you're learning today, which is they come under proper nouns. Yes, the first one, the one which you learned already, the one which start with al, isn't it? This is the second type. They are proper nouns. So pointing nouns are proper nouns. There's 7 types of proper nouns. Today I'm telling you the second and the third one, inshallah, today. The second one is proper noun is pointing nouns. The first one was the one which starts with al. Second one is the pointing nouns. We're about to start. And the third one is a connecting noun, which we're going to do today as well. Okay? So they are proper nouns. Now I want you to look at هذا. And look, it is pointing towards something, an object, which is very close by. So that's why it is هذا. So what would you translate هذا means? What do you think?
This.
This. Very good. Okay. And if it is plural?
These.
These. Please make a guess in Arabic. If it is dual? Ani. Hazani. That's all. You're just going to add. You're going to write haza and then ani sound. Hazani means these two. Okay? Haza, hazani. These two. Haulai, these all. Yep. Okay. If the object is very far, then English?
That.
That. And if it is plural?
Those.
Those. And if it is dual? Dhanika. The noon sound will be added, okay? Dhanika. 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 هذا هذان هؤلاء ذلك ذلك أولئك. So this is also for is masculine. So this is for the near, and this is for when it is far. Al-Qarib, Al-Ba'id. All right. Let's go now. Let's translate now. Let's see now. So is it near or far?
Far.
How would you translate? ما ذلك?
What is that?
Thank you. Answer. ذلك طائر.
That is a bird.
That is a bird. Well done. That is a bird. Okay, so ذلك we use when things are far. ما ذلك ذلك طائر. That is a bird. Well done. Here we go. هذا طائر.
This bird.
This is a bird. This is a bird. هذا طائر. Okay, so these are the words which we use to point at objects. Here we go. هذا is this. These is هؤلاء. That is ذلك. Those is أولئك. We're going to come to this pink bit later on, okay? Now, here we go. It comes in the Quran 800 times. Can you believe that? It comes so much in the Quran. So هذا, this. هؤلاء, these. This is for the near. ذلك, that. أولئك, those. Okay. Now let's have a go now. Who's going to translate this for me now? هذا مسلم.
This is a Muslim.
Thank you. This is a Muslim. Because there's a tanween there, yeah? Okay. هؤلاء مسلمون.
These are Muslims.
These are Muslims. Thank you. ذلك مسلم.
That is a Muslim.
That is a Muslim. أولئك مسلمون.
Those are Muslims.
Those are Muslims. Yes, super duper. Well done. Okay, so now you're going to see all of it with feminine and dual. This is a complete picture now. All right, so starting from here, هذا, you already know. Here we go, dual, ani sound. هذاني. هذاني. هذا. هذاني. هؤلاء. For feminine now, the moment you see the round ta at the end of the word, you know this is feminine. For the feminine for haza is hazihi. This is, we read it he, but actually this is a round ta. Okay? Hazihi. Dual, again, now you can see the ta with alif. Hatani. Hatani. Why? Because this is round ta. Hatani. Ha, the ta you can see now with alif noon. Hatani. Dual. And you can hear the ani sound. Ha. So for man would be ani sound, for feminine would be tani sound. But ani is there. Ha'ulai. Ha'ulai. So what's the best way to remember this? Very easy tip. They all start with ha. The near ones all start with ha. Yeah? And of course, this is masculine. Hada, hadihi. Hadani, hatani. Haulai. Another thing is, the plurals are same. Right. Moving on to the far one. ذلك. 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 أولئك. Those all. Moving on to the feminine. Remember tilka? The third just starts with what? Tilka ayatullahi. Tilka rasulu faddalna ba'dum ala ba'd. Yes? Tilka ayat. Tilka hududallahi. It comes a lot in the Quran. Feminine. Tilka. Zalika. Tilka. Zanika. Feminine, of course, has to be tanika because it is feminine. Tanika. Tilka. Tanika. And plurals are same. Ulaika. The best way to remember, the tip to remember, the far one all end with ka at the end. So now we're going to see their Arab. They're Arab now, whether they are Rafa, Nasab, or Jar. I want you to make a guess now. If it is Ani sound, will they be Rafa, Nasab or Jar?
Rafa.
Rafa. If it is Aini sound, then
Nasab or Jar.
Nasab or Jar. Here we go. Thank you. Here we go. That's all in front of you now. We're doing horizontally now, okay? From right to left, we're going to go. So this is a column for Rafa. هذا هذان هؤلاء. This is Rafa. So Muslimun, Muslimani, Muslimuna. This is plural. This doesn't have un or ina sound at the end, okay? It is still a noun, all right? هذا هذان هؤلاء. This is a Rafa column, marfu column. Yeah? Okay, moving on to Nasab, Mansub. هذا again. هذا هذين. Any sound. Here comes any sound. هؤلاء. So singular and plural are constant. They're not changing. Again, jar, هذا, هذين. Plural, هؤلاء. Okay. Then moving on to the feminine. هذه, هاتان. This is Rafa. هؤلاء. Nasab, هذه, هاتين. Remember, any sound is nasab or jar. هاتين. هؤلاء. jar, هذه, هاتين. هؤلاء. Understood? So there's nothing new here for you. The only thing I just did is put them in the right columns. Yeah? Nothing new. Now moving on to the fa, nasab. Sorry, rafa. ذلك, ذانك, dual, أولئك. Nasab, ذلك again constant. ذينك, here comes ذينك because any sound, it is nasab. أولئك. And then ذلك, زينك, because it is jar. أولئك. Moving on to feminine. Tilka, rafa column, not column, row. Tilka, tanika, أولئك. Nasab, tilka, tainika, أولئك. Jar, constant, same. Tilka, tainika, أولئك. If you have memorized your Muslim chart from top till bottom, going from top till bottom, then you can write this down from top till bottom as well. Because this is how your mind works, isn't it? I would do that if I memorized it. But if you have memorized from right to left, then you have this in front of you. Okay? Any confusion here? Please ask me. Okay, translation. You already know the translation, but just for, so that, this is for far one. That. Those two, and those all, because they're same. Ulaika. Yeah? Okay? This is called Ismail Ishariya, or we call them pointing nouns or demonstrative nouns. They appear with all these three names. Whichever you find it easy to remember, choose that name. Okay? Right. Now we're done with this one. Now we're moving on to the next one, which is called relative pronouns, or there's another name for it as well, which the one I like is connecting nouns. Why? Because they connect two sentences together. Again, they have capacity, they have gender, they have number, and they have Arab. Just like, because they're nouns. Just like every noun, they have these four aspects as well. These are the nouns which we use to connect two sentences. That's why they're called two ayahs, two verses, and they come 800 times in the Quran as well. Connecting nouns. The moment you're going to see them, you know what I'm talking about. So here we go. الذي الذي التي feminine قطاع الزاوية. اللذان dual for the masculine. Yes. Then allatani dual for the feminine. Allazina masculine plural. The ina sound, yeah. Allati. This is feminine plural. Feminine plural. Translation is here. Alladhi, who, that, which. Could they connect the two verses together? And I will show you the examples now, just after the lesson now. So alladhi, who, that, which. Allati, who, that, which. But allati is feminine for alladhi. Alladhani or alladhaini. This is zaini, not zina. Al-Zaini, and you can tell Al-Lazani is Rafa sound, Al-Zaini is Nasab Jar sound. This is for dual. Al-Latani is feminine. And Al-Lataini, Nasab Jar sound for feminine. Al-Latani, Rafa sound for feminine. Dual. Al-Lazina is masculine plural. And Al-Lati is feminine plural. Yeah. So again, you can tell they are here again. Mufrad means singular, and you can see the rafa, nasab, jar. It's written here. You can, alhamdulillah, you should be able to recognize these terms now. Mufrad means individual, one. Muthanna means dual. Again, dual. And jama means plural. So this is how you're going to translate this. Yeah? And it comes so much in the Quran. Okay, I want you to open your juz now. And very first ayah in Al-Baqarah. Alif Lam Mim. ذلك الكتاب. Look, ذلك, the very first word is ذلك. That book. The book. So there's something I want you to know. You learn in tafsir anyway. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in Arabic language, we use ذلك, from ذلك, for things which are very holy, pure, noble. You can say a Quran is just here. Why are we calling that? Because this is just to show respect, the holy, something very pure and honorable and noble thing. We address it with zalika. That's why zalika is used here. All right? Okay. Now I want you to look at ayah number 3. And then first of all, list of ayah number 2. It says, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. So Allah is saying this is a book for people. Then there's no doubt in this book, and this is a guidance for those who are muttaqeen. Yeah, that's what Allah is saying. Now look at ayah number 3 now. Then I saying alladhina, those who. Allah is talking about which one? Which group? Why? What do you mean by those who? Allah is pointing towards who? Who?
Who believe.
Who believe? Muttaqoon. Let's finish the sentence. Muttaqeen. ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. Those who adopt taqwa. Muttaqeen means adopt taqwa. Then let's start with the next sentence. Allazina. Then Allah is describing the qualities of those muttaqeen He discussed in the previous ayah. So those who believe in the unseen. So it is a continuation of the same topic. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used alladhina to join this verse with the previous verse to show us that there is a continuation of the same discussion. Yeah? So this is Allah. That's why I call it connecting nouns. You will find this word in the books. It's not, I haven't created it. I call it because it connects the nouns. It connects the two sentences or verses. Alladhina, those who. Yeah? So now you know that this is a continuation. Okay. Again, ayah number 4 now. Again, Allah continue. Wallazina, and those who. Look at ayah number 4. They start with wallazina. And Allah used and as well. And those who they believe in what it was sent down to them. Yes? Yes? So you can see now it is a continuation. That's why allazina has been used. Yeah? So that's why we call it connecting nouns. They connect the noun together. Now, if you had to look at ayah number 5, it starts with ulaika. Allah is pointing now. So that's why it has been translated to those. So this is a pointing noun now. Those. Look. Ulaika ala hudam min rabbihim. So Allah have used a pointing noun here. Those are the ones who are on guidance. And again, wa ulaika, and those are the ones who will be successful. Can you see that? It comes 800 times in the Quran. It's unbelievable. So this is the role of these connecting nouns and the pointing nouns. Any questions? Please ask me now. As I told you right at the beginning of the lesson, that this is the last lesson for noun and letter family. What I would like you to do is to make me a mind map. A mind map showing the noun with all its 4 sons. The one there's something which I drew just to explain so that you can see everything in just one view. In one side you can see everything, a bird eye view. Yeah. So I've tried something here just to show you guys. So I want you to make a mind map. I just made like a table, like something. But this is a mind map which will stay with you. I've still got my mind map which I drew, God knows when. But I still have something very precious for me. I can show you the picture if you want, but yes, I've scanned it. It's here somewhere. But I want you to make it. So I'm going to give you an idea now. So if you remember in the very first lesson, I told you that there are 3 big families in Arabic world. Remember?
Yes.
Very first one is noun. And like Mominun, Kitaban, Muslimin. We talked about this. Mominun is Rafa, Kitaban is what? Nasab, Muslimin is Jar. Yeah. We talked about if it is a al, it means it is a proper noun. If it is a tanween, it means it's a common noun. This is the first lesson we did. So we talked about, this is the first lesson. Then you met with the very first son of noun called capacity. So capacity has proper noun and common noun. It starts with al, it is a proper noun. And the pointing, look, it's written here, pointing noun and connecting noun, they also are proper nouns. Then you met with the second son, number. Number has 2 children, singular, dual, plural. Plural have 2 types, sound plural and broken plural. Singular, how do we recognize? The presence of tanween, or starts with al, ends with single haraka. Dual, how do you recognize? In case of masculine, ani sound and aini sound. In case of feminine, tani sound and taini sound. You met with the plural. It is masculine, una sound and ina sound. If it is feminine, atun sound and atin sound. Remember? Then the broken plural, all those plurals which do not end with una and ina sound, and atun and atin sound, but they are considered plural, and they are called broken plurals, like words like masajid, azkar, kulub, sudur. Yeah, all these words come under broken plurals. Yeah. Then we met with the third son of Mr. Noun called gender. So I told you that the rule in Arabic language is every word is considered masculine unless you see the certain signs. What are those signs? Either it is a presence of round ta, or it ends with alif mamduda, or if it ends with alif maksura. Then we learned about there are groups of things which Arab calls, consider them feminine, like names of the wines, names of the winds, names of the fires, names of the countries and nations, and the names of the limbs which are in pair. And then there's the 6 names at the end, the list of 6 names at the end, like Harbun, Nafsun, Shamsun, Ardun, Asaun. Yes. And then we moved on to the 4th son, the last lesson, Arab. Arab has 4 sons called Marfu or Rafa, Mansub or Nasab, Majroor or Jar. Yes, how do we recognize them? If it is Rafa, it will end with single Dhamma, Pesh or Dhamma Tanween. If it is dual, it will end with Ani sound. If it is plural, in case of masculine, it will end with Una sound. And in case of feminine, it will end with Atun sound. This is what we have discussed. In case of Nasab, it ends with single Fatha, if it starts with Al, or the Fatha Tanween, Zabar Tanween, okay? In case of dual, it will end with Aini sound, or in case of masculine plural, masculine, it will be Ina, and in case of feminine, it will be Atin sound. If it is Jar, it ends with Kasra, Zair, or Kasra Tanween. In case of dual, it will be Aini sound. In case of masculine, it would be plural, Ina sound, and feminine, Atin sound. This is what we did so far. And this is what it is. And of course, I didn't touch the letter family yet, yes. So letter family, letter family, you met with Min, Li, Ma, Bi, all these members, yes? So this is what we did so far in these 7 lessons. So this is just like a mind map. So you can make, I just made like a table. This is how my mind works. Or you can make a mind map if you want. So you can consolidate what you have learned so far, and everything should be on one page. So you can see everything in one go, and it would be so nice to know when you finish with it, then it will show your understanding. So this is what I would like you to do. And I'm preparing to have your longer assessment next week, and it's called exam. Okay, so I will be just checking your palm diagram number 1, which is, I'll send you the list. Then I will be checking your palm diagram number 2, which is with Rab. Then I will be checking your palm diagram with letter family, like Minhu, Minhuma, Minhim, with Allah, Alayhi, Alayhima, Alayhim. Then I'll be checking your Muslim chart. And then, of course, this pointing nouns and the connecting nouns. Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik.